Welcome back to another day in the life of a reseller video. This morning has been kind of tough. Woke up to 0 sales this morning, so I pulled out some fresh inventory. Just gonna try to combat that 0 sales with some more listings, get into list mode and put up some fresh listings. I think part of it might have something to do with a couple negative feedbacks I received. Got a couple negative feedbacks for some reason. They say they didn't receive the item even though delivery confirmation in both cases says it was delivered. I did reply to them and let them know the delivery confirmation number and evidence that it was delivered, yet they still have those negative feedbacks on my account. So maybe that is affecting sales and my search results, but maybe not. I think the best way to combat things is to just get some more fresh listings up. I did list those 2 Hot Wheels cars this morning that I had left over from last night, and then this morning I've got a bunch of new inventory laid out ready to get photographed. Let me show it to you guys. So there's this inventory here. I'm probably not going to start with this stuff. I'm going to start with the stuff in the photo station, but this is the batch of jewelry that I grabbed from the big buy that I did with my mom, $400 jewelry lot. This is the first set of stuff I'm going to bring home and get listed. Might do that one tomorrow. But here in the photo station I have 14 items set out to be photographed and listed. Let me show you guys some of what I'll be photographing today. I'm going to start with 2 of these delicate items, this dolphin here and this little piece of art. And then we still have all these over here to do, but I'm going to knock out 2 of those today. Get 2 more added to the delicate section, and then I'm gonna do these lighters. We have these 3 lighters. Let me show you these in a little bit more detail. This one has a wolf howling at the moon on it. This one, oh, that might be upside down. This one is some sort of mermaid, I think it looks like. Little mermaid lighter. And then this one, I'm not sure what this is. You guys tell? I'll have to look at it with the scope. It's very small. So 3 lighters all kind of appear to be the same type of lighter. So I'm going to get those listed. And then this guy, I'll have to look him up. He looks like Slender Man, but I'm not sure who he is. And these are true vintage G.I. Joes, the big size. I had these listed at one point. Took them down and I'm going to list them individually now. I had them bulked up for a higher price point. But I think I'm going to list them individually. 4 quick listings. I know these 2 are from way back, and then these are a little bit newer, the Cobra guys. And then down here we have some smalls. Still working on the smalls section. These little pins, collectible pins or something. And then we have these little small toys here. Mickey, Donald, Tigger, and what is this guy's name? I forget. Fonzo? No. You guys will tell me. Then over here we have a couple more Hot Wheels. So far none of the Hot Wheels that I had have been anything special. Just basic Hot Wheels. I've been looking them up one at a time and getting them listed. Waiting for one of them to be a big score, but so far nothing. But that doesn't mean that one of them won't be. Just got to look them up one at a time and do my due diligence, do the work, and hopefully one of them will be worth a little bit more. I don't know much about Hot Wheels actually, but this one appears to be pretty cool on a different kind of card than the other ones. This one, I'm not seeing what they all have their numbers on it and whatnot. I can't tell off the bat what kind of car that is. This one over here says it's a Charger. The other one kind of looked like a Charger as well. This is the 77 Dodge Charger. Muscle Mania, so that is the type of this. The Hot Wheels are kind of an interesting little niche to get into. A lot of people collect them, so we'll keep a listing. When I'm done with those, I set the rest of the Hot Wheels up here. We got what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 there, and another 6 up here, so we got quite a few more to get through before they're all listed. So that's just part of my effort to continue building that little smalls section. I'm going to grab another tote and get that going. Get it organized a little and just start listing those smalls into the tote. Get them knocked out and into the store, and hopefully those will start selling periodically. I think the jewelry are a perfect size to get into that small section as well. Just wrap them up, put them in one of those envelopes and have them in the small section. Just start building another tote full of them. Continue to build it. Like I said, all these smalls will be listed in no time. Just takes 10 or 12 at a time every day for the rest of your life, and they'll be on there in no time. As you can see here, we have made some significant progress in listing those smalls. We got whole stacks of them here we gotta get organized with. And of course we have the original smalls section where these 2 shelving units full of mostly CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays. But we're gonna keep building on that. Alright, I just logged into my small store. It looks like we had a couple orders out of the small store, so we weren't skunked completely. We got a couple orders this morning. Let's see what sold. First item sold for $16.20. It's a medium Adidas Climacool solid green polo shirt, short sleeve men's polyester. So just a basic Adidas Climacool polo shirt. You see Adidas at the thrift. You definitely want to pick it up if you can get it at the right price point. As you can see, that one sold for about $16. So if you can pick them up for less than $5, I'd say do it. And they sell every time. Second item sold for $12.19. It's a size 7 kids Nike Dry Fit blue and gray polyester boys short sleeve t-shirt. So that was a kids t-shirt, size 7 kids, little boys t-shirt. I usually don't list kids clothing, but I did get some nicer stuff, some brand name stuff out of the last storage unit that I bought. I bulked up the majority of the clothing, but there were a few nice little pieces like that, little Nike shirts. I think there was a Columbia jacket, that sort of stuff that I listed individually, and this one sold. Didn't take too long at all. So I'm gonna grab those 2 items, get some shipping labels on them, and get them ready to take to the post office. I got a nice little tote of orders ready to go to the post office. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Pack those up, maybe list a couple more items. I've been working through these G.I. Joe figures, these vintage 12-inch G.I. Joe figures, so I think I'm gonna put a couple of them in each of my stores and then head off to the post office. So let's get that done. Alright, we got another G.I. Joe listed. Both G.I. Joes are now up in the store. We got all 4 G.I. Joes listed now. I did have one more order come in. While I was listing those into the small store, we had another order come in. We had a pair of Tommy Hilfiger jeans, so let me show you. Here they are, accepted an offer, and they sold for $21.31, so I'm going to grab those. So once again, when you see those brand names, those Tommy Hilfigers, Ralph Lauren's, those types of things, grab them at the thrift store because they do sell pretty good. You got to check the sell-through rate. I think Tommy Hilfiger sells a little bit less of a sell-through rate than Ralph Lauren, but a nice pair of Tommy Hilfiger jeans, they'll sell not big money, but $20 plus ship plus taxes and whatnot. This one sold for, so I'm gonna go grab those, put the G.I. Joes away into inventory, and get that one packed up and ready for the post office as well. Here comes another order. Get that shipping label ready for this package. Alright, let's add one more to the tote. Look at all these pretty rings just waiting to go up on eBay and find new homes. Just waiting to find a new finger. Alright, I was getting ready to leave the house and we had one more order come out, and this out of the big store. Logged back into the big store and there was an order waiting for me. Let's see what sold. Here it is. This sold for $16.05. It's a Croft & Barrel black V-neck sweater, women's long sleeve, solid, large acrylic. So a nice V-neck women's sweater with a kind of a diamond front design. Those always go over pretty well online. So I'm going to go locate that one, get a label on that one as well, and then finally get out of the house, hopefully. Alright, one more for the tote. Alright, we made it here to Lake Padden. As you can see, made it here Tuesday afternoon. Gonna get a nice run in around Lake Padden. Then we'll report back maybe for a few moments of gratitude. Maybe give you guys a look at the lake if it's not too dark. And then head home and begin listing again. We've got some good stuff photographed and ready to be listed this afternoon. So hopefully I can get home and get a little work done. And turn those sales around because they've been kind of slow today. Both Monday and Tuesday. Slow sales, so I need to put some work into listing and get things turned around. That's kind of the only way to do it. You can put a sale on your stuff, mark some stuff down, but the truest way to increase sales is always to put up some fresh listings, get some new eyes on the inventory, and that usually leads to sales. So that's the plan for tonight, but first let's get this 2.6 in and come on back for some gratitude. Alright, I'm back. We made it, another successful 2.6 around Lake Padden. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 today. A little bit of stuff on my mind today, thinking about business, thinking about life in general. But I think I got a few things to be grateful for, right? I guess first and foremost, health, right? You can't, tomorrow is never promised, right? You got to be thankful every day that you step out there outside of those four walls and hit that trail, have the ability to connect to Mother Nature. I think that's probably something else to be grateful for. A lot of people talk about their connection to God, right, and how important it is in their life, but sometimes they forget about that connection to Mother Nature, connection to Earth, right? So you can step out on that trail and you can see it and you can feel it, and you should be grateful for that relationship. I think having this platform, grateful for this platform, from those of you guys who are continuing to watch this, and I can inspire you to maybe improve your connection to Mother Nature, your connection to the earth, you know. Spend a lot of time in Bellingham, and sometimes, you know, you might think, oh, that's just one of those hamsters, those tree-hugging liberals talking about, you know, his connection to the earth and whatnot. There may be some truth to that, but everybody needs to foster that relationship with the earth and respect it. I guess this week I'm also grateful for continuing to improve these relationships, meaningful relationships with others, right? That's kind of the path I'm trying to stay on and make little efforts to improve those relationships I have with friends and family and whatnot. So this week we took a few strides, and I'm grateful for those who forgive me for not showing up and also make the time when I do invite them to show up. So I had some meaningful conversations this week and took some great strides forward in that avenue. I think also grateful my listening skills are starting to improve. I think I'm shutting my mouth enough to listen a little bit more and realize I'm not always the most important person in the room. You know, sometimes you get into these conversations and you hear people think about, you know, judgments made upon you when you enter a room. And, you know, I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I walk into a room and eyes hit you and you think people are judging you, looking at you a certain way, having preconceived notions about who you are without even talking to you. And that does happen a lot in life, you know, especially when we spend so much time online, you know, between four walls trying to impress complete strangers. But this kind of allows us, this platform allows us to speak out to those people and kind of create some meaningful relationships with them. So hopefully that will continue to grow. And I'll continue to inspire some others to actually talk to some folks without judging them when they walk in the room, you know. Get to know them a little bit, you know. In this platform, it's so easy to watch 2 minutes and make a judgment. But, you know, I have thousands of videos now up, so you guys can watch more than 2 minutes. You can get to know me a little bit more, find out what I'm all about. And sometimes these little moments of gratitude will allow you to do that in a quick 8-minute video. So hopefully you guys stick around and watch this for more than 30 seconds. Yeah, I've gotten some feedback, you know, Brian, get to the point, you know, we watched your videos, you know, but I made it about, you know, 2 minutes in and you didn't get to the point, you know. I said, well, that's strategy, you know, I'm trying to get 4,000 hours, I gotta do a little bit of talking, you know. Sometimes I thank you for watching those 2 to 3 minutes, but you know, let it run. It's all right. You know, there's a message through all this that hopefully gets through to the people that care about me, and that's what's most important. And I think that message will get out there, and this community will continue to grow. 2 new subscribers today, so I want to thank you guys for joining the journey. Hopefully you get a little inspiration from these words, and you'll come back for a few more moments of gratitude. Be thankful for today. Like I said, tomorrow is never promised. I'm going to sign off here, but hopefully you guys will continue to watch this video. This is part of my daily vlog, my reseller vlog I put out every morning. I pull these moments of gratitude so you guys can watch this as a separate video, but come on back and enjoy the journey. The daily vlog of the day in the life of a reseller. I put it up every morning, so hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell. Come on back and keep up with the business and what I'm up to. I'd appreciate it. So it is kind of dark out there. I think I'm going to sneak down to the waterfront, see if we can give you guys a quick look though, you know. Let's build that moment of connection with Mother Nature a little bit longer. Yeah, I can't very well talk about it and not be about it, right? I got to go out there and show you a little bit. Just because it gets a little dark, I can't run away from it. Let's go take a look at this waterfront and see what it looks like today. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are inside staring at screens, right? Trying to find a look at something cool, and you could just step outside and see all this. Let's take a look. Here it is, not a bad view today. It is kind of cold, kind of chilly out here. That warm front that came through was nice, but it is gone. It's still cold out here. Definitely hats and glove weather for me anyways. Got some nice cloud cover, look at that. Beautiful cloud cover. Not rainy though, so stay grateful for that. That precipitation has not hit us in a while. The lake is still pretty full right up to the edge here, as you can see. It stayed full. A lack of rain has not prevented it from emptying out. There's a little beachfront here. I am able to step off the edge, so it has emptied out a little bit, but still a pretty nice sight. That sun's gone down. It's starting to get a little bit darker already, but interesting cloud cover. I like that. Wispy little clouds above the treetops there. Definitely a nice night. I did see a little animal out there. It wasn't a duck. It might have been a little muskrat or something. He had his little head above the water, but he ducked under real quick. So I think I'm going to walk the other direction. I usually go over toward the water runoff area, but I think I'm going to walk a few steps this way and see what we can see on this other side here. There's a few ducks through there. If you look right through there on the left-hand side, there's a couple ducks. I think 4 or 5. See if we can get a little closer. See them over there. They're starting to swim away. A little family of ducks. There's probably 4 or 5. This is kind of where they hang out. There's one with a nice little green head. Pretty one. But they're heading the other direction, of course. They're always the little scaredy cats. Scaredy ducks. I do see some here on the other side here, so let's walk over there so maybe we can get a look at them. There they are. Little wildlife for you. They're going to enter the water right there. And off they go. Join their buddies. There's quite a few out there in the water as well. Ooh, he didn't like me charging him. We got a little flight. It's probably a dozen. That one's squawking at me. He's like, why are you running after me? Trying to give my folks something to look at. My fans need some action over here. There you are, a little wildlife for you here at Lake Padden. Kind of like that cloud cover in the water there. Even though it's dark out, there is quite a nice little view here. Starting to get real dark. There's a duck swimming our way. Maybe he will give you guys something to look at. There he is. You see him? Should we walk over there and see if we can get him to fly? Let's see what he does. I got you guys zoomed in as much as possible. There he goes. He's off the other direction. They're quick. They're very alert. They see every movement. So it's getting a little too dark for my liking out here, so I think I'm going to head back to the car, but I want to thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, a little look at Lake Padden and the nature and beauty out here this afternoon, and that you will find a little inspiration to get out the house and get out in nature a little bit more yourself. Alright, I got my gratitude video posted and did some listing tonight. I got some listings, fresh listings up in the store. Let me show you a few. Here's a look at my last 8 listings. So we got a couple more Hot Wheels posted before we left, and then we did the 2 G.I. Joes. These are the old G.I. Joes from the 60s. This guy's actually missing an arm right here and a leg. And then this guy's got a little bit of wear too, but they're worth a decent amount of money. I decided to run those as auctions and try to get rid of them. I listed the other 2 in my small store. 2 other ones that I showed you earlier. There we have a couple of the more delicate items. Kind of a paperweight dolphin and a Native American statue, wooden statue. And then over here we just finished this, a couple toy lots. One foursome of Mickey, Donald, Fozzie the Bear, and Tigger. And then this was a action figure called Mantis. McFarlane Toys, it's Mantis. So kind of some interesting items, a different array of stuff than I usually do. Still haven't gotten back into clothing. I've listed a few items here and there, but we'll dive back into clothing once we get through some of this stuff. I think tomorrow I might finish up what I have here, what I photographed earlier, and then jump into the jewelry I have sitting here. Let me give you another look at that. I showed it to you a couple times today, I think, in the video, but there's some nice pieces here. Here's the 4 larger pieces with the boxes, some nice pins and earrings and a necklace, and over here we have 10 rings. I think I showed those to you earlier, so they should be pretty quick and easy to list. I'll get that stuff photographed and hopefully get some of it online tomorrow. If you're going to get into reselling, I wouldn't necessarily recommend what I'm doing, jumping back and forth between different categories. It kind of is a little bit taxing on the brain. You got to think about different things, different keywords, different descriptors, all kinds of stuff. I'm using a lot of AI description these days. You just hit the button and they do it for you, but still it's a little bit more difficult figuring how much to price everything and doing the research on it all. It's much easier if you have a stack of hats or a stack of t-shirts and you kind of know what how much they're worth to list them up quick and fast. This you gotta jump into different categories, like I said, and figure things out a little bit. It's about a bit of a puzzle, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but sometimes you gotta list what you have, and right now that's what I made that big jewelry buy. So that should be a quick one with 10 rings. You're all in the same category. You just have to figure out the sizing of the ring and decide what you want to call it, a nice description, and post them up. So it'll be a new venture for me. These toys, once I get these Hot Wheels on, Hot Wheels are pretty simple to list as well. I mean, it's all pretty easy, but when you're jumping back and forth between various categories, it does get a little bit taxing. But on the other hand, it is kind of fun to play with toys all day, right? You're got a big box of Hot Wheels or cars or G.I. Joe figures. It's kind of fun to play with that stuff as you list it. Wrap it up in bubble wrap if you need to, and get it posted and identified. See what it's worth. A lot of times that's the biggest thing, is to determine the dollar amount that you're going to ask for something. But I think it's getting almost 9 o'clock, the usual time I like to end this vlog. So I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight and watching today. It's been a long day. Interesting day, I guess, to say the least. Tomorrow we'll start fresh. We'll pick up where we left off, and hopefully you guys will join me again. Make a habit of it. Trying to get content up regularly. Got 2 videos up today, and there's always plenty to watch. I might do another Brian Reads the News segment tomorrow. I think tonight I was a little too tired for that. That run took it out of me, but tomorrow I might pick up and do one of those, so look forward to that. Thanks again for watching this one. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.